Hello world. It's Tuesday, May the 7th, 2019, and the present time is 2:49 a.m. And if you're a regular here, I know what you might be thinking. Gee, Yeti, where the hell have you been? Let me tell you. Last night, or this morning, or hell, I don't even know when. I downloaded PUBG Mobile on my Google Pixel 3. And this was a pretty phenomenal waste of time. I poured a lot of time into it. I played this game a while. And I think I'm done with it. I say that, but it's a thing with gaming. That's why I try to avoid it. It's much easier just not to do it at all. And then, you'll recall that I got that third modem in some time ago. It's been a few days now. And when I tried to bring it into my bonding solution, it fell apart. Everything fell apart. And I was wondering what the hell is going on. So, one of the things that I speculated was that this cheap USB 3.0 hub that I had with a port for power just wasn't delivering enough power. It was causing the Pi to freak out. So I ordered a nicer USB 3.0 hub. And I don't know if you can see it, but this, yeah, you know these guys. So I ordered a nicer one. And lo and behold, no change. So with that, I went back to the drawing board, and well, this is going to be the field test. We'll see if everything's working. So far, it seems like it's holding up. So, I'm pretty happy about that. If I look on my computer, I see we've got 3 wide area network connections. The very strange thing is that 2 of them show the same wide area network address. That's really odd. It's odd because one is a T-Mobile SIM and the other is a Verizon SIM, but they both seem to be going through T-Mobile. I'm not sure what's up there. Maybe this can't be trusted. I don't know. But according to this screen, everything is working. Everything's firing away. The weirdest thing now is, even though I was cautioned that the Raspberry Pi has like really weak USB power, it's just, you can't handle that too many devices at once. It seems to be doing just fine with these 3 hotspots. Like, I'm not running a hub. It's more or less the same old on that end. It was just a change of software. So, there you have it. I hope everything's working. Let me see. Let's take a look here. Also, I need a change. Anywho, I've been cooped up for the past few days. My schedule's been completely inverted for some time, as you know, and, well, it seems like everything's working. I kind of want to celebrate. I want to celebrate. Because this was quite trying. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it, it looks great. Nice. Rock fucking solid. No, honestly, I have no idea what to make of any of this. Technology is a very, very strange thing. It's 3 o'clock. Shit, how do we celebrate? I wanted snacks. I really wanted snacks, but to go and get a snack, I have to find a convenience store. The other day we didn't quite make it up to that place, that convenience store. Could try walking up to it. Or just say, you know what, this is good. I probably can't sleep right now. Fuck, I'm so relieved. Like, so far everything seems to have held up, right? I haven't noticed any connection problems. I would expect if there was an issue with power that the bonder would just go down. It would periodically go down, shit the bed. But no, I mean, everything seems fine. It's quite refreshing. Everything's just working. So I really don't know what to say. Kind of at a loss. Here. There's something I'm a little curious about with the bonder, but I'm not gonna touch on that yet because it might break everything again. Yeah, we'll look at that later. But really, I'm just so relieved. Another pack of smokes. Is that a good move? No, that's a terrible idea. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I think something happened this past few days. I'd remarked that I'd just been staying in bed awfully long. I hadn't been getting up. I could find excuses not to show up to the internship. The schedule being in complete disarray really, it was a pretty big part of that. But I don't know how to explain my recent foray into mobile gaming. That complete time waster. I think I'm feeling a little apprehensive about what comes next. Like on the one hand, I'm really quite happy that this is working. Just this, you know. It's funny. It's funny because if money was no object, I probably wouldn't spend any time at all playing around with this shit. I just buy the thing that works off the shelf. But instead, now we've got this thing that's it's working. I'm pleased. Otherwise, I really don't know. Things are strange. I still have no idea how Yetieater will survive moving forward. That's been a cause of some angst. Especially the other day, my father tried to call me. I called him back. Yeah. I need to figure something out. Now I have this. I think it's a good place to start. I think all the headache will add up to something. I just don't know how yet. No idea. The funny thing is that, I don't know, I think about it. The funny thing is I'm sitting here talking about how I made this thing work, and once you really see it, you're like, well, how do I know you're not just on your school's Wi-Fi? No. Let's turn this on to, oh my shit. Why is this so fucked up? Alright, I turn this on to stealth mode. And I think that if I'm reading this right, it is definitely uploading. So this is firing away. This one's kicking away. 278.4. This one, it seems like this one can actually take a bit of a break now and then. No, I mean, actually I take that back. It seems like this one's actually working the hardest. This is pushing hard. The other two, not as much. Not nearly as much. Here, I guess, proof. Let's see what happens if I pull out the strongest link. Just see what happens. I'm curious. I'm kind of expecting everything to just fall apart. But instead, it looks like it's not skipped a beat. Wow. Okay. That's pretty cool. Wow. Huh. Awesome. And if I plug this one back in, it'll take a moment. It should take a moment to get picked up again by the system, but now it's started to leverage this one again. That's fast. That's really fast. Cool. That was actually quite surprising. I don't know, for some reason I just expect things to break, but they didn't. They did not break this time. And again, it's... Wait, you know what? It would be really funny is if I wasn't even on the right network. Let me check. No, I'm on the right network. I was saying that because I was looking at this little box and I could have sworn the LED, that red LED inside was off. It just turned off again. The red LED is cutting in and out. But somehow, even though the red LED is cutting in and out, this appears to be holding up. I could be wrong. Again, I could be wrong. The fact that that red LED is cutting in and out is cause for concern, because I think that's the power light. So I am probably overloading it, but yeah, I mean, it looks like, at least as far as Twitch sees, everything has been excellent. Let's see if Restream has anything different to say. Let me hop off of it. I'm using it for everything right now. No, it's showed absolutely solid. I know. Wow. That's impressive. Because Because it's not supposed to work. This is supposed to fail. Like, I'm watching this LED just going off. It's not supposed to do that. But everything here still stays up. Here, let me try to show it. See that? Let's get a good angle on it. Fuck, this is challenging. Anyways, just take my word for it. It's not supposed to do that. That's not a good sign that it's blinking. That means it's being taxed too much. So ultimately, I probably will want to bring in one of those hubs, and I guess it's okay that I have two. The more the merrier with USB, right? After all, it is universal. Fuck, man. Yeah, I'm really pleased. Looking this over right now, and like, fuck it, well, let's go out for a bit. I don't want to stay cooped up any longer. I've kept myself cooped up here for a while, just leaving just to eat. So I look like a bit of a mess right now, more than usual. Yeah, let's dig around a little bit. I wonder what the temperature's like outside. It's probably really pleasant. Ooh, chance of rain, 40%, showers right now. Let's take a look out here. I say? I'm feeling pretty good. Working, I'm happy. Let's go find a smoke. That's what we'll do. Oh. Yes, Grimdall, I see your message. LOL and a question mark. What's up? Yeah, I think I'm gonna head out for a bit. Kangalometer, what's up, man? Welcome back. It's a special occasion. We got all three modems firing away. And while it wasn't as plug and play as I hoped at first, it worked. Is it safe outside at this time? I'm prepared. I'm ready for anything. It's fairly safe here. This is a sleepy town. Not a lot happens here. And if something were to happen, well, I've got you to count on. You can be the one that says, shit, something bad happened. Tiger or wolf? I'm not sure how you answer that. At the University of Missouri, the mascot is a tiger. TaxCon. Tigers are, yeah, I mean, tigers are good luck, yes. I suppose they are. They are also pretty fierce animals. And I thought it was possible that I may have kept her up or woken her up by playing the piano. So maybe it's better to reserve piano playing for hours when most people will be awake. Rip? Oh. Okay, I thought you were talking about the stream. And I was kind of shocked. Because this is the first real test. I guess you were talking about that. It ended for a minute, huh? Let me take a moment. Let me take a moment and see if I see that too. The study room's light was on. One baby tiger and one baby wolf, okay? So you're a mascot. Let me see if I also saw that drop. It looks like, well, that's really tough to say. So the best thing is just for me to hop over to Twitch and take a look at videos and yeah, things did just fall apart. It fell off for that's so weird. I wonder why that happened. It did go down for a minute. That's really weird. Yeah, no. Yeah, multi-platform. Okay. So it's possible that the rig right now isn't going to hold up. It's possible I do need to bring in that additional power. I was observing things kind of freaking out. So I guess we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. TaxCon. Why do you build me up? Buttercup baby. Just to let me down. Shit, I don't have a fire started. It's alright. Taking a leisurely stroll. So I would like to counter that the stairway's cell reception may not actually be the strongest. My thought is now we're running 3 modems, 3 telcos. 3 modems. So there is always that. So yeah, this we'll call the first real field test. And from here I'll have to devise some plans. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping that everything holds up and what we saw earlier was just a fluke. But if it happens again, this indicates that I have to try adding additional power. Say behind you, but you have to bear in mind that the setup right now lets me look behind me. Let me wipe this lens a little bit. Sorry for the ear rape. So, you can't trick me like that. I kind of like this because it lets me keep my eyes forward where they should be. And then if I need to see what's going on behind me, I can also just, like, I already have it. I have a rear view mirror that I'm holding out, essentially. Works pretty well. Like, I'm actually at least as aware as I would be without this. Okay, more aware. Because now I can actually see behind me. It's like I have eyes in the back of my head. It feels great. Just in the shower with your waterproof phone while using your unlimited internet. There's a bunny. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, it just hopped off over there. Let's keep backing up and watch it fuck off some more. Yeah, it noped the fuck out. Bunnies are pussies. Alright. No, we'll just cut up this way. TexCon. It's pretty cool, this idea of the unlimited internet. Right? Waterproof phone, unlimited internet. Pretty slick. I too have unlimited internets on my 3 SIM cards with my 3 different telcos. And I think it will hold up. The skeptic in me. Hey, there's another bunny. Yo, you can't fucking see that one. Let me shine a light on this bitch. You can't see that either. It's tensing up. It's getting ready to bolt. Raindrops are falling. There it goes. Alright. Yeah, they're pussies. Raindrops are coming down though. Maybe not a good time to be walking around at night. I've got a leather bag. And I've got a backpack full of electronics. One moment, I need to fix that. I need to fix this situation. Go through about 1,400 gigabytes a month. Runs 3 computers, all 4-bit. Not bad. So at home I have gigabit fiber. Out in the field, what I'm experimenting with right now is the three LTE modems working simultaneously. And this is all new, for me at least. There are people who have been doing this a much longer time. Some movement. Somebody just came out of that building. Alright, let's cover this stuff up. Proceed on our merry way. Am I concealed carrying? Maybe. But even if I was, I wouldn't be at liberty to disclose. It is possible that I have a firearm on my person. I think it's just, the safest thing to do is just assume everybody is armed and dangerous. That being said, I mean, it's just a walk around at nighttime. I'm living on a college campus. Should be pretty safe. And then from here, we'll trek up to downtown. That's marginally sketchier, but I mean, it's also right next to the college campus. The drunks are already passed out. Last call here is about... Okay. I think this is a sign that I'm gonna have to add more power. Because it goes down for... I don't know. It's like less than 30 seconds that it goes down and it comes back up. Right? This suggests to me that the thing is power cycling. So there are a couple more steps. I've got to reach out to my... I've got a couple of things to do before we can really say, oh yeah, I'm ready to hit the road. Shit. Oh well. $3 a.m. in Vancouver. Noise. And 5 a.m. Come to Whitehorse. Gee. Maybe. Hey, if somebody is sponsoring, I'm happy to travel. Right now, I'm just happy to get back home. Get back down to Houston. See my dog. Test a Ford. I don't know. Travel. As a poor young man, I can hardly think about it. But I still think about it. My friend, the Guru, he recently went out to the St. Regis, stayed at the St. Regis, Maldives. I've never been to the Maldives. Looked like a really nice resort. I do drive. I know how to turn a wrench. And I'll be driving from here back down to Houston starting May 17th. Just around the corner. alive. Why do you think I've been pushing so hard for this? To get these 3 modems firing away. And I know the next steps. So right now things are flaky. We can always expect things will be somewhat flaky. It's about smoothing that out. I know what I need to do next. I think it'll be less painful than figuring this out was. This selfie stick was very cheap. It's the first one I've ever owned. Now, what surprised me, the other day, I decided I'd take a look again into gimbal. I'm sorry, that's really annoying. I'm annoyed. At the time that I bought the gimbal, it was about $300. Today, if you wanted the next generation of the gimbal that I purchased, you could get it for $150. You can get plenty of gimbal for about anywhere to 100 to 150 bucks. $300 was like the benchmark for a mobile phone gimbal. DJI had the Osmo. I remember I saw that at an Apple store and I was blown away. Wow, that is cool. I want to get a gimbal. So I acquired a gimbal. I used it a little bit. Very little. But I could see myself putting use to a gimbal. Again. The trouble with the one that I bought years ago for $300, there's no way to charge your phone while you have the phone mounted in the gimbal. That's a problem, because it means you can only be out and about for, well, it's not too much of a problem, but it's still a problem. Your runtime's a little limited by that. Charging while it's still mounted in a gimbal. So you can just shoot stabilized for however long you've got. The limiting factor becomes the number of batteries. Still strange. Anyways, we got this far the other night. Got the bakery, Ragtag in the bakery, Gunther Hans on that side. This mural coming up. TexCon. You're aware of what a gimbal is, right? You see a lot of guys that are doing what I'm doing. The ones that are streaming out in the field, hey, police. You got lights. Let's continue with the mission. The ones that are doing what I'm doing, a lot of them, they have their action cams on a selfie stick type of deal with the tripod, and they also have this clamp so they can mount their cell phones to it in order to keep up with chat. And then folks running the Androids, I should do this actually. I should run Twitch app side by side with the broadcasting app. I haven't actually tried that yet. That gives you moderation tools in case you don't have a mod. But I'm on so many platforms. The situation's a little different. Looking video. Like, I think Steadicam. If that rings a bell. Stabilized video. Of course, everything has gotten really miniaturized, so they're pretty slick. Smooths out all of the bumps that you get here. Like here, there's a bit of, I think it's digital image stabilization, courtesy of my phone. But beyond that, you can get all these shakes. You know, the view bob, because I'm walking. This is the furthest east that I've walked while broadcasting. I think we've got a ways further to go. I'm not sure why I'm choosing this particular convenience store. Maybe because I've never been there. Do I usually stream from nighttime? Right now it's just that my schedule's fucked. When I go back home, I'd like to get back on a regular schedule. Because I've got a dog. I've got to take him out for walks, you know? And also, it's kind of funny. I've said for some time now that I want to see more sunrises. I guess this is one way to do it, is just to stay up all night and then you'll see the sunrise. But it sucks sleeping in all day. Waking up like shit, everything's closed. You know? I mean, it does present a different side of life. So there's that. I don't know, we'll see. We passed downtown. Downtown was back there. Like once I started cutting east across Broadway, which is like the heart of downtown. The district, call it here. So, headed northbound right now on College Avenue, crossing Walnut Street. "45-minute grandpa map nap." Not enough, man. Not enough. It'd be nice if that was enough. Like this evening, earlier tonight, what did I do? In the afternoon, I felt kind of sleepy. I lay down and I wake up and boom, it's like 9 o'clock. You know, dining hall's already closed. Crazy, man. Destination's right up ahead. Take care of TaxCon. Catch you later. So, my thoughts right now on what's going on. What's probably happening. It's probably a bad. Okay. My first guess is that the reason why things are falling apart is because, so the reason why things are falling apart is probably because there's too much load being demanded out of the Raspberry Pi. That's probably it. And then the next question is, under what conditions might there be such high demand that everything would just power cycle? And the answer to that is probably that while the modems are plugged into the Pi, they're looking to the Pi for power in order to charge periodically, because they want to keep topped off. And so maybe it's okay when one of the modems when two of the modems are asking for power. But when all three suddenly demand to charge up a little bit, then it overloads the circuit and you get the power cycle for safety. That's my conjecture. So, while it's possible to broadcast, lagging? Oh. So while it's possible to broadcast on 3 modems without a powered hub, it's ill-advised because it leads to frequent interruptions, which suck. And frequent here is actually not that frequent when you think about it. And we're talking on the order of once every, was it like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes? But it's happened, I think, 3 times. No, so more often than that. Still not terrible, but it's definitely no good. It's not good for business. Alright, about to reach my destination, and I am sweating. Too much heat, energy locked away. Probably end up taking off this jacket again. Interesting. That man was wearing like full high visibility gear. This convenience store, I believe, is open 24/7. How friendly. Oh, chip. Oh, we got snacks. Let me set this down real quick. Hello, how are you? Oh yeah, we can do that. Thank you. It's a wonderful day here at Petromart. Oh my gosh. walking up a sweat. Oh, snap. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's live.
Who's watching you?
I don't know.
You got a lot of people going?
No, I'm just starting off with this. I'm just getting started, playing around with it, you know?
What they saying? I don't want them to say nothing bad about me.
Oh, it just remarking about the fact that I pulled off my jacket. This individual tax concept, LOL, moving in now. Just like making myself comfortable here in the store. I had my jacket on and it was just working up a sweat walking.
This all for you?
That, and then I'd like to get what's a nice cigarillo to puff on?
The ones that sell the most are the new ones, really.
Oh, yeah, but that's what people are like cutting up. Yeah, no, I don't want this.
Okay.
You got the black and mild wine?
Mm-hmm. Plastic or wood? The woods are expensive.
Really?
Well, they don't sell for $89.
All right, I will take one of those, please.
All right, you got ID?
Of course.
Gotcha.
Can't leave home without it.
Okay. You from here? You live here? Just need your signature on one of them.
Got you. All right. Perfect.
And you good to go?
We'll keep it light.
Thank
There
you.
Thank you. Do you have a light by chance that I can borrow?
Borrow?
Yeah.
I can walk you to the door with one.
Yeah. Then I can just light it up and move along my merry way. Let me put this up.
How I look on camera?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Got it? There it is. See you later.
Take care. Have a good one. All right. So, the Petromart. They have all sorts of stuff over here. What is this? So, interesting fact. You see this piece of machinery? This is, what do you call this? This isn't a cherry picker, is it? I don't know. No, this is not a cherry picker. Whatever the fuck this thing is called. I don't know if you can make this out. Equipmentshare.com. But that company was founded here in Colombia. It emerged out of Startup Weekend. Colombia Startup Weekend. Just an idea. It's time to amble back over to my side of town. I would rather puff on something else, but this will do in a pinch. This, I think, is better than buying a pack of cigarettes. For me, at least. Because I can hit this for a while, eventually get bored of it, and put it out. More likely, just finish smoking the whole damn thing in one go, because that's how I roll. But objectively, less harmful than for my well-being. There it goes again. So, good to know. It was good to do this field test. When I go back to my room, I'll rig up a hub and see if it holds steadier after that. I'm thinking that with a hub there supplying the power, it should be fine. You're no longer going to see these sporadic drops. As always, I'm speculating. I'm hoping for the best. Bunny. Definitely a bunny. Let's cut up through downtown again. Yeah. Why not? Increases the likelihood that we'll see something interesting. Hi. Welcome. In case you are wondering, I've just made a stop over at the convenience store where I bought a bag of chips, and this. A black and mild wine. Interesting. Just these few houses, there's no street light. I guess the street lights... Oh. Golly, I feel like such a tourist. Stevens College is a women's college. Broadway. Take a stroll. Yes, Kangalometer. Kangalometer. I hope I've got that down right. I'm headed back. I want to see what happens when I introduce the powered hub. See if it smooths things out. Because having this connection get interrupted while out in the field, that's highly counterproductive. And that's the total opposite of what the design goal was of the system. The design goal, of course, being make it cheap, make it easy. For anyone to do this, walking around with a phone on a stick whenever they please. It's possible that it's on my end. Could you describe a bit the lag? Because over here I'm showing everything should be okay. But what I see is pretty limited, granted. What we could do is stop for a moment and take a look. I can see what it is you see, and I'll be in a better position to say. In fact, it's a good idea. If yours is only 5 megabits per second, it is possible that it's on your end. Because I push at 6, with intentions of going higher, if need be. Let's take a look real quick. See if everything is as it should be here. Yeah, it looks smooth to me. So I think it may be on your end. Since Twitch doesn't offer me transcodes all the time, to Twitch, I don't like this thought personally. I'd rather be everywhere, but there are some limitations with how I can be everywhere. It's not quite where I'd like it to be. I might be able to work around some of it. Let's see. We will see. I don't know what's the best move right now. I mean, in its present state, you can see the channel is not doing much of anything. It's pretty slow. So there's no real clear sign to go all in on one platform versus another platform. However, I am kind of set up to go from Twitch out to everything else. Well, not everything else, but from Twitch out to YouTube in post. That's what I've been angling towards for some time. I just figured that if there was growth on other platforms, I should also keep growing elsewhere. That's pretty interesting. TextCon. My grade 7 was split in half. I did half at a public school in the US and half at the International School of Beijing. I almost said Beijing. While at the International School of Beijing, I did study alongside a number of peers from Korea. Nope. My people are not from Korea. The most of Korea I've seen was a bit of Seoul. I went through Incheon Airport. I did my PSAT in Korea. Wait, not PSAT, sorry. SSAT. I got the two mixed up. The SSAT is the secondary school admissions test. One takes this test if one has an interest in going to certain select secondary schools. In my case, I applied to the G7. Elite group of prep schools in the US. Among them, in no particular order, St. Paul School, Lawrenceville, Phillips Andover, Phillips Exeter. And there are others. Oh. Choate, Rosemary Hall. I'm missing a few. Trivia. You're Inuit. Sweet. I looked over to see that things had gone down. So, I'm coming back to smoking in front of a no smoking sign. Let's carry on. Before I cut out, I had said, "You're Inuit." Cool. Do you think I could pass for an Inuit person if I learned some of the lingo? Just talking appearances. I think that's enough of that. Yeah. I've received feedback before that the way that I talk may be a little too proper for Twitch or for mass appeal. I heard that again recently. But the first time I heard anybody say anything about the way I talked was when I was attending church back when I was a college student. And these girls, little girls, were like, "You talk like a book." I didn't really know what to think. This is true. The last few broadcasts I was just sitting staring at a screen. I don't like doing that. I really don't. I would rather be out and about than seated at a desk. If I have to be at a desk, I'd rather be standing. Unless it's, a sit-down dinner type thing, in which case, alright, I can park my ass too. And I could gripe, but I won't. A walk box. I'm not familiar with this walk box. I guess it's a Chinese takeout place. I don't think I've had quite so much Chinese takeout fare consistently as I have over here. Happens about once a week. Go with this group of students I play badminton with, mostly Chinese. So I've tried almost every Chinese restaurant in this town. I should do something about that, huh? But I don't want to get too close. Alright, fuck it, we're gonna get a little closer. Bingo. Nothing wrong with bingo. I too like games of chance. Occasionally. Okay, we won't get any closer. Oh my god, you can't see shit. This light. Can you make that out? That up there, through the trees, there's a home. That's where the university's chancellor resides. Yeah. The light's up there. We can walk past the side of the house. This would be best to come in daylight. Anyhow, over here you have the columns, and directly east of the columns you have the chancellor's residence. So, up yonder, up that stairway, and boom, you're there. Columns. Who's CSO? CSO, CSI? Jesse Hall. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I can be deported. This land is your land. This land is my land. Damn. I know, ice. From California to the New York Highland. This land was made for you and me. Memorial Union. I showed it in daylight in a previous episode. Man, I wouldn't mind having some wheels myself, Texcon. You know, I was thinking about a month into here, my parents came through town and they asked if there was anything they could bring for me from home. I had half a mind to ask them to bring my inline skates. I kind of wish I had asked them to do that. Like, oh, actually, that's a good idea. Skates and a gimbal, man. Some wheels and go smooth. Smoothing everything out. Some moose meat. Damn, dude, that sounds awesome. Is it kind of like beef? Or like really low fat? Like free range cattle? Hello? I don't like beef. Huh. If you say it's like chicken. Well, maybe more like the only game meats I've had. Oh, I've actually had a couple now. I've had boar and I've had venison. And of course, eaten quail. And bison. Beef is tough and dry. Toad carpo. I'm doing pretty well, man. How about yourself? I'm just strolling back to my dormitory. Good moose meat is perfect and awesome. Oh shit. I want to try. Not good. Shit. I'm sorry to hear. Texcon. There is a way to make beef not tough and dry. There's a way to make it buttery smooth. The same method can be used to make chicken breasts really tender and juicy all the way through. And I wonder what it would do for moose. It might make moose too good to be real. What? How do you send some dry meat? I mean, I could give you my address. I'd want to receive it when I'm down in Houston, not up here. Because from here I've got a couple days worth of driving. And the car's gonna be packed. I was thinking about grabbing some stuff with whatever dining points I have remaining, but I don't think there's going to be space. I've actually acquired quite a bit of stuff coming up here. One particularly silly acquisition in hindsight was the Nintendo Switch. because I have not used it at all. Since acquiring it, I spent some time figuring out how I could jailbreak it. I haven't even finished that. And now it's just like, ugh, shit. Half your city is underwater. Fuck. That sucks, man. That sucks. And we're back. Yeah, that's unacceptable. I'm gonna fix that. Anywho. Sleep well, Kangalometer. Thanks for hanging out, man. .7 feet and rising. Forgive me, I haven't been keeping up with the news, but where is this? That sounds devastating. And TextCon. The age-old question, but can it run Doom? And we're back. The fitness center back there. Let's go. Let's fix things up. And I have chips now. Drink some water. Hydrate. Fix shit up. DOOM. id Software. Didn't hold up all the way. I saw it say poor connection. Now we figure out what's wrong here. I needed that. And we're back. All right, so Toad Carpo, I still don't know where this is. But that sounds awful. Really. I can't imagine. The worst that I've seen was in Houston. We had a moment that made national headlines. Army Corps of Engineers, some other parties made the decision to let water go down one way or another, and it caused a lot of flooding in people's homes, but nothing like what you're describing. Like, yeah, a lot of houses took in water, but you said 22.7 foot high floodwaters. That's insane. That's like, you know, mind-boggling. Just how much water we're talking at that point. Of course, as soon as I say I might lose you here, it happens. That's great. Like clockwork. Anywho, so what we need to do is bring this in line. This is going to power the modems. Now, I may lose you here again. I'm personally curious. Davenport, Iowa. I'll have to take a look. I'm sure it's been in the headlines, but I've been so off lately that I haven't been keeping up with much of anything. That's truly terrible, though. Okay, as I was saying, it should hold up with one missing. Let's go here. I want to actually monitor what is going on here. Oh my lord. Feels good to be back inside. Some air. So, before I just pull them all out of line, let's see what's going on here. Do them one at a time. And make sure that everything moves over gracefully. Hey, Powell. Good morning to you. Everything did. Okay. So we got 2 more to move over to the powered hub, and hopefully that smooths everything out. And covered it. No surprise. Like I said, I've been like out of touch recently. The past few days, man. Powell, what's new is simple. You're seeing it in action right here. Ta-da. So hopefully things stay stable now. If they don't, it means something else is the matter. Yeah, I'm looking at the system uptime. It shows 2 minutes, 27 seconds. So it just recently crashed. Everything went down. And now it should be, fingers crossed, you'll purr. So, Powell, not long ago, I acquired a 3rd hotspot. What most people call hotspots, what I will call LTE modem. Now, when I tried introducing this third hotspot into my system, everything broke, and I was a little distressed. That's only part of the reason why I've been out of touch. The rest, I'm not sure. I guess feeling a little blue. A little concerned about my future. A little unsure with who I am becoming. What I am becoming. Because it often feels like I'm not doing enough. I've got that sense, that creeping sense, I'm not doing enough. That as you'll learn. Wow. I could use I should wash my face. So, my concern is stemming from the fact that when I go back home, I'm not gonna have anything. I have nothing lined up for the near term. So I really should I would like to solve my money problems. I'm not sure at the moment how I'm gonna do it. I would like to keep broadcast as part of my life. But right now, it is a highly unsustainable part of my life. Every day for 30 years, shit. I guess I'm not alone. Let me take a look at this real quick. See what Davenport, Iowa looks like. When I look at where my time and energy has flowed, oh shit, it broke a lot. Things broke on, wow, every 5 minutes it broke. Like clockwork, every 5 minutes. That's really funny, actually. No, I haven't looked at job openings. Past experience has taught me that looking at employment boards is not going to alleviate the frustration. Yeah, it's really about making calls. Like, need to talk to people, figure out what's going on, figure out a place where I can insert myself, and just take it from there. That's the stronger move. Okay, so looking at things now, it's been up since, okay, so I think that it actually solved things. Well, Toad Carpo, that you can make this, unequivocally make the statement, I accomplished so much in my life. That's a really strong start. Figuring out where to go from there, that's a good problem to have. As opposed to looking at the years that have gone by and saying, What was the value in any of that? It's a much worse problem to have. The amount of time that I've so part of the reason why I'm so hesitant to just like cut things off here, why I feel like I have to keep pushing it, there is a bit of this sunk cost fallacy, maybe. It's possible that what I do right now, what's likely the case is what I do right now simply isn't gonna pass the test for sustainable content creation. It doesn't meet that bar. So somehow I've got to go from where I am, which is somewhere in this gray area, and I've got to pass over this hurdle. And so the real question is, like, okay, I've got the ability now to take people with me anywhere, right? And at any time produce a pretty high definition broadcast from anywhere. Okay, where do we go? This is much more empowering, as opposed to shit. All of this time I've invested so far has amounted to so little. Woe is me. But Davenport. It's funny, I type in the word Davenport, and the first line is Davenport, then the suggested result is Davenport, Iowa, and then it's Davenport, Iowa flooding. Okay, so a temporary levee broke. A city on the Mississippi. It broke again. Shit. That's frustrating. So sorry if I missed anything. Look, we'll try this. We've got another stab at it. Almost for a year in a very dangerous neighborhood, so I know how it feels. Very, very honestly, I think. Oh shit. Okay, another problem. Toad Carpo. Your messages haven't been getting relayed. I need to fix that too. But right now, let me go back to this while I contemplate a bit. I need to keep going back here. Thank you, cunt. How are you doing, cunt? How are you, you sick cunt? So, right now, it just feels like thus far, I've not done much. It's easy to get upset when comparing against others. Too easy. Too easy to look at and go like, yeah, not enough, not enough. So I'll try to keep my head up. Stay positive. Guys, I am flattered. I am honored. I have trolls again. See? It's a sign that things are moving in the right direction. A bright future up ahead. bright future ahead. Just enzyme. You asked, what's your favorite anime? I've only watched a few, so I would say out of the ones I've seen so far, the one that I like the most, I don't know, I have to think about it. Hold up. I'm inclined to take some moderation action, but at the same time, I know that also feeds trolls. My best move is to kill you with kindness. So you're welcome here. Just try to be good. Try to treat others like you'd like to be treated, yeah? Try. And if at first you don't succeed, don't worry. I am patient. Sometimes to a fault. Toad Carpo. I'm not actually in college. Like, that's the thing is, well, yeah, yes and no, right? So, I'm finishing up my MBA. My bachelor's degree I earned back in 2011. So, if you look at my peers, most of them are fairly well established at this point. They are successful. So that's why that gentle reminder. Don't need to compare with others, just compare against myself. Powell, don't feed him. Just disregard. Disregard or just kill him with kindness. But don't buy into it. That's what they want. They want you to react. It's what they live for. So give them time. Give them time. Eventually, if you leave them alone, one of two things happens. One, they get bored and they move on. Two, they tie their own nooses. And at which point, it's really easy. All you do at that point is just say, report this user, reason, choose your reason, copy and paste what they wrote. End of the day. Good. forget. So, oh yeah, let me try to fix up the relay. That way, Toad Carpo, you can also see what's going on. It'll help to shed some light on why I've been a little slow to respond. Okay, so that's gone. That guy left. That's fine. The good thing is that I actually came prepared with snacks. Oh, you know what happened? Oh, shit. I realize now what happened. Shit. It's because I restarted this rig and I completely forgot about it. No worries. We'll pick that up. And this, I'm curious to see if it'll continue to go down. So we look here. Okay, this time I broke it. The last time it broke was at 10 minutes. Thank you, Rob. Why? This is a bet that you would lose. But why would you think that? What about this broadcast, this channel, suggests that the room would stink of shit? If anything, it will smell like this. I think the relay's up now. We survived, I can't see how many hours, but I'm sure the trolls will bump the message soon. Yes. I do sometimes pull weeds. I find it to be very therapeutic. It does result in my hands getting a little dirty, but it's a good exercise. Back to Iowa. So the river features heavily here. The Mississippi is no joke. The city of Davenport has a population roughly equal to that of this town. I'm telling you, when the trolls come back, I feel it's like, I always read it as a sign that things are moving in the right direction. I unfortunately, they missed the more interesting part. Of course, it was also breaking up every 5 minutes, so it wasn't really watchable. TextCon, that's actually a good idea. But it's illegal. I guess I've got to go somewhere else if I'm interested in pimping. You go to places where it's regulated, do pimps still exist? I imagine there's still a black market. And then it would still be breaking the law. So maybe no. Anywho, I wasn't pretending. Washington Post. Flash flood in downtown Davenport. Oh boy. So I guess there was no real. Okay. Good night, TaxCon. Yeah. You got it, pal. Let me reach out to someone. See if he responds. Come to think of it, he may actually. Yeah, it's still possible. Yeah, I'm reading about it now. Just everything melting at once caused everything, like caused all of the river systems to flood up, and then so it must be hitting others in the Mississippi. No, Powell, I'm not sleepy yet. They did not put me to sleep. I'm reading about Davenport, because Toad Carpo was telling me about evacuation, having to pull everything from home. Toad Carpo, did water get into your house? It seems like a silly question, but Illinois cities are too. Looks pretty bad. So even with the river receding, water is going to stick around for a while. Ground saturated. Not far from it. So what they said is that despite the forecast of rain ahead, the height of the river is expected to go down over the coming days. And that this article came out on the 3rd. So I don't know if the weatherman was right on this one. I mean, of course you got the evacuation order now, which sucks. But if there's no water inside of the house, that's good. Hopefully it stays that way. I imagine some people are flooded out though. The levee just broke. Cleanup in Houston was really rough too. Time to open up a remodeling shop. Bring in a crew. Or 10 crews. Temporary, they say. Has that part of the country always been home for you? Let me look at a map. Got you. So it's sunk your roots down in it a bit. I don't think I've been up there. Probably just missed it. The last big road trip I was on, so I took one My mother drove from Princeton, New Jersey down to Denver, Colorado. Yeah, so we were south of that the whole time. Cut across. Yeah. I see. So your family has actually been up in that area for a while then, since you were young. Anyhow, I just evacuating sounds shitty. I know it's it can feel pretty bad. Everything up in the air. But hopefully the weatherman's right. Water levels recede. You guys don't have to worry about water in your house. At the least. It's up there. Dang. Arizona up to Iowa. Oh wow. White Horse, Yukon, that's way up there. Wow. These are so good. Doritos Taki corn. They're so good. There you go. The silver lining. I'm glad that you can you can joke even in this situation. That's good. Boat days. Some hot dogs and beer. Cracker Jack if you're into that. It's a good trait to have, man. Check this out. Oh boy, that's strong. Mm-mm. I think it's important for everyone. Yeah, it's one of those like life skills. This past couple of days, I just kind of moped around. Did not do much of anything. Silver linings. I overheard this being discussed somewhere. It's in one of the dining halls. Coming over to the radio. Talking about the silver linings. Always look out for it. Right now, as I look at this screen, that this has been stable for the past, I don't even know how long now. I can rest a little easier. I believe it, Toad Carpo. How many years of life have you lived? And Powell, if you stick around a while, you'll start to understand. I'm so grateful not to be raging at technology right now. Okay. This has done its part. Now I need to get the rest of the system online to keep the broadcasts coming through nice and smooth from the field with proper overlays, not just this. I missed some of my overlays, so I can do the levels a bit. It will introduce a bit of lag, but it's okay. Shit, so you've only got a couple of years on me, man. I'm 30 this year. Hard to tell, just looking at me, especially with the contextual clues you have here. But yeah. My friends, most of them will have been working for 7 years. Coming up here in a bit. In that time, some of them have already moved on to second careers. I saw a post the other day, some guy in this group that I'm in, Facebook, saying that he'd quit his job working as a banker because now his rental income offsets, provides him enough to live off of. So now he's ready to go and pursue his dreams. People our age, man. It's like, yep. Did my corporate time, ready to move on. Part of what gets me. Got some catching up to do. What to do? Engage in rent-seeking behavior. Goods and services contribute to the economy. Pay your taxes. Have kids. mean, I think that everybody's got it. But the guys who've put in the years of sweat equity and made nest eggs for themselves and replaced their incomes already, with rental properties or through investments, they do have something tangible. No, pal, I don't have kids. I'm not married. I'm not married and I don't have kids that I know of. I probably don't have kids. I don't have kids. So, I was talking with my sister. She journals in the mornings. She's got a pretty good morning routine worked up for herself. She'll spend some time reading and writing and just kind of waking up slow, but it's a productive morning routine. She was telling me, yeah, like one of the things that she's been writing about recently, just expressing gratitude for, is just having the means, being compensated well, because that's such a boon. It's such an asset, literally. And I believe that I too can be compensated well. I just need to find out how I wish to deliver value. What value am I going to provide? Well, you guys heard kids because I was just talking about all the things that you're supposed to do, you know? Go to college or university, get a real job. Get a car note, get a mortgage, get married, have kids, all of that. And I don't scoff at it. No way. You didn't graduate from high school. Grim Bell. Welcome back. I like this. I'm back. I'm just chilling here. Mostly to see if this is going to continue to hold up. So far it looks good. So far it looks really good. Thank you, thank you. Nice, took card. Bro, that's badass. That is badass. tell you when was the last time I actually sat down and wrote. That's not good. Bell, 1998. No, absolutely not. I guess what you have is the, oh yeah, you hear a lot of talk about fixed versus growth mindsets. And you probably have come across it before, so I won't waste your time with it. But that's what you get with the growth mindset. Always keep on improving, keep striving. Makes me kind of wonder, what if well, in what ways is my mindset fixed? In what ways do I operate with a fixed mindset as opposed to a growth mindset? Let's see if there are any photos to share today. That's something that I would like to attend to. Oh, we can get it out before noon. May the 7th. My father working in the backyard, digging, making space for a tree. Oh, this could be interesting. Five years ago, already. Yo. Couldn't have happened any other way, right? That's Paul. What I suppose we need to do today. Just check it. Wow. Yeah, no kidding. In a nutshell. Gotta go through some stuff. The experience reveals something about you. Ready for your walk? picture-in-picture for you.
Doesn't matter. I don't agree with that at all. I'm just not gonna do it. Okay.
It's like a whole different world. I love video. Rush hour traffic in Houston, trying to get back home. Just caught in all this congestion. No way this all happened on one day. Is it possible? There's no way. No way this is all one day. But it just may have been. It just may have been one day. One day in my life. At that time. Oh shit, May 7th. Fucking graduated. On May 7th. Pal, I go back home on the 17th. So 10 days from now, I'll be headed out of here. I have to have everything squared away. May the 7th. And this is also May the 7th. power time is quite limited. Try to have a good time while we're here. And maybe do some good. And yeah. So how do you choose to respond? Whoa. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what this letter was. I think it's fight. Yes, Toad Carpa. Overcome. And move on. There you go. I'm gonna kill it soon. I'm gonna find a couple of photos, I think. It's gotta be one good one. The originals are back at home. imagine it's a pretty stressful job. Ruler of the free world. They like to pump it up a bit more, even. Yep. That's a lot to work with. This is a story in just like one picture. Here we have video. Past midnight. It was so late. It was so late. So this says 7:43 p.m. Let's go back. Are you gonna be okay? hours or so. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'll pick some photos out and share them, I guess. And get some rest. I'll try to rest a bit and see when I wake up. The test is over. It looks like this hub was the answer. It's held stable now for the past hour. Thank you. Take care. Have a good day out there. I'll try to make something of my day too. Catch you again soon.